If you're waiting for the right time to do something, then sorry to burst your bubble, but the right time never comes. And in this video, I'll tell you why you should never wait for the right time or that so-called perfect moment. Let me ask you this: how often have things actually perfectly lined up in your life? Whether it's waiting for the perfect job, the perfect relationship, or even the perfect time to start studying for an exam, there's always something that seems not quite right. And whether we accept it or not, the truth is, life is full of uncertainties. And if you keep waiting for that perfect moment, you might find yourself waiting forever. Let's say you've got your exams coming up, and you keep telling yourself you'll start studying when you're feeling more motivated, or when you've got the perfect study environment set up. But beware, because this kind of thinking is a trap. It's easy to fall into this trap because we don't want to leave our comfort zone, which leads to procrastination. We convince ourselves that this isn't the right time, but in reality, it's just an excuse to delay taking action. As you keep waiting, days turn into weeks, and before you know it, you're left with only a short time before the exams. The moment you were waiting for never came because, in reality, it was just an illusion. Now you're scrambling to cover everything at the last minute, stressed and overburdened, wishing you had started sooner. Another thing to think about is how precious time is. We often forget that time doesn't wait for anyone. While you're waiting for the stars to align perfectly, time is quietly slipping away. Imagine you've got a profitable business idea, but you overthink it and wait too long for the perfect conditions. And while you're waiting for that right time to execute your idea, someone else comes along with the same idea and does it first. Then, you're left with nothing but the regret of not having taken action sooner. And here's something that might surprise you. Taking action, even when everything isn't perfect, actually helps create momentum. You know how when you push a car that's stuck, it's really hard at first, but once it starts moving, it gets easier? The same idea applies to life. When you start something, even if it's not under the best circumstances, you build momentum. This momentum can lead to new ideas and better outcomes than you ever imagined. And you might even discover that what seemed like the perfect moment wasn't necessary at all, because the act of starting itself brought you closer to your goal. But here's the problem you might face when you try to take action. The pull of that procrastination trap is usually so strong that sooner or later, you might fall back into it. However, this can be avoided if you know the type of procrastination you're dealing with, which we've explained for you in this video.